Hey guys, Marsenkin here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to look at the other sub EZA that we got as part of the Turles celebration that I completely forgot even existed. I EZA'd these guys both as soon as the celebration started on that first stream where I summoned for Turles, and then just completely forgot about this guy. So this is the physical base Spirit Bomb Goku. There's Turles in the background. He's full level 10 links. I haven't given him any orbs or anything yet because I like to try these units out for the first time for these videos when they get their EZAs, and then if I'm even going to use them at all after this, then I will, give him some orbs based on what I think he needs from his performance in the video, right? So he has a weird leader skill. He gives physical types and then in enemies a debuff, which I guess could be funny for some sort of like meme runs, but not really relevant in the meta, of course. His super attack is supreme damage to the enemy, greatly lowers defense, and raises allies' defense by 30% for one turn. So decent enough super attack effect for the ally buff, although, he's not a slot 1 unit, so if you're running him on rotation, he's only really going to benefit the unit in slot 3 and himself, right, with that buff. Now, he changes int key spheres to physical orbs. He is a nuker, so one of the good things about this is rather than changing random orbs, he changes int orbs. So if you know he's coming up on the next rotation, you can try and save as many int orbs as possible, right? Because you know those are going to be the ones that get turned into physical. So you want to try and save as many int and physical orbs on the turn as you can, and then that's going to give him a lot to work with. So he gets 2 key, 130% attack and defense at the start of turn. He gives Power of Wishes allies 30% attack and defense. Then he gets 25% attack, 50% defense, and chance to crit 5% per key sphere obtained, with no maximum. So if you pick up like 10 orbs, he's getting 250% attack and 500% defense, and then a 50% chance to crit, which is pretty crazy. Now, the way that's obviously mitigated is his stats aren't super high, and he only gets 130 start of turn. But I mean, that seems like it could be pretty good. Like on paper, I read this and thought, wow, he seems good, right? But obviously, we'll see how that works out with the numbers. And then, yeah, he randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, not int or physical, to physical, and gets an additional 25% attack per key sphere obtained for 3 turns when HP is 59% or less once only. So if we drop to 59% or less HP and that goes off, then for 3 turns he's getting even more attack and changing more orbs as well. So that could be pretty good if we actually get to see it. So turn 1, you can see we're only starting off with 140k defense. This is with no support. He's got 4 links active here: Saiyan Warrior Race, Experienced Fighters, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle. He does have all in the family, which obviously would be his best defensive link that we do not have active currently. But I mean, we can get 12 orbs here. So let's see, what is he? Let me just double check again, 140. So pick up 12 orbs, and now he's on 462, which, I mean, it's a very big jump in terms of the number. But then I guess the problem is he's not raising defense on super or anything like that. So that's it. That's his defense now. 462, which in the hardest content that we've got at the moment, like, he won't tank normals from every boss, which is a little bit that. I mean, because 12 orbs, even with an orb changer, right, you're not necessarily going to be getting 12 orbs every single turn. But, we'll see what he looks like. He does get 30% on super as well, that is true, which does apply to him. So 30% of that 400 and something is going to be, what, another extra 100k plus? So he will be actually over 500k, maybe even close to 600, because he does get that buff himself. So that is true. I literally just mentioned that and then forgot. But yeah, he does get that 30% buff himself. And then, of course, like the GT duo in slot 3 getting that now as well. They obviously have to build up their damage reduction. We are running the double GT duo leads because he's on there 200%. He's on quite a few 200% teams, actually. Like God Goku is another good one. The AGL Super Saiyans, Bardock, Yamcha. Obviously, like AGL Carnival Goku, because most Gokus are on Turtle School. Like, he's on a lot of teams, but remember, he is a Power of Wishes support unit. So ideally, you're going to want him on those kind of teams. But he's providing them support, a defense buff from his passive. So, I mean, that works out quite nicely. But I guess the big problem is, this is a showcase saying, so we're going to keep him on rotation. You'd probably just be floating him if you were running him as a Power of Wishes support unit. So, okay, well that went off pretty early. I brought that in case we needed to save him on a later turn, but I guess we can do this. I guess we just want you guys to build up some attack, right? Because we stack in base, well, blue technically, but so we'll do that and then we'll do this. I've got to float off the GT duo here on this turn because I floated off the other one, so I don't want to end up with a double GT duo rotation. So it's an interesting setup here to be floating the GT duo, considering they are a very strong unit on the team. But obviously, like I said, this is a showcase setting, so we're keeping physical Goku on rotation, whereas we wouldn't normally, which I feel is a bit of a disappointment again for his kit. Like, if his main, the only role I can really see that I would use him is you could get some use out of him as a Power of Wishes support unit, but if you're floating him in slot 3, you're not getting the benefit of that 30% defense to all allies on super. Plus, as a nuking style unit, being the third unit in the turn to pick up orbs obviously leaves you open to, like, all the other units have picked up all the orbs, right? So let's do this, and then these physical ones, we can get 8. We got type advantage now, though, and we do have all in the family with Gohan. And Gohan does provide 50% defense support to allies as well. So this turn, we're starting off at 222. This would have been a really nice turn to be able to get get 12 orbs again. But let's see, what do we get from 8? So we get 8 orbs here, and then we go up to 478. So when he's getting 30% on super, he's going to be going up to like 600k defense, which again, pretty decent for this turn, to be fair. Now, if Gohan, as long as Gohan doesn't fraud us out and not guard, we should be fine to survive the turn. Gohan himself, of course, is going to get extra defense from Goku when he supers, as well as then his own super attack effects and stuff, right? So I think now that Gamma has supered and therefore obviously cannot super Gohan at the end, I think even if Gohan doesn't get his guard here, he's going to be fine. So let's see. But yeah, that all in the family link definitely makes a huge difference when it comes to the extra defense. And then we're at 5.5. I mean, the damage is okay. I think, again, if you think of him as, like, you're running him as a Power of Wishes support unit, then he doesn't necessarily need to do a lot of damage. But being a nuker is kind of like the main thrust of his kit, right? And then, of course, he is getting more defense per orb than attack until we drop below the HP threshold and then get that 3 turns of the extra buff. Which I think could be difficult to do in this situation, right? Because the team is not the greatest. Should I do this? Maybe, like, take a risk that they take a bit of damage here just so we could maybe get Vegito out. Let's see. I want to try and save the int orbs as well, like I was saying before. I want to try and save int and physical orbs if possible, so that we can get the big orb change with Goku. Yeah, I don't want to sacrifice too many orbs, but I guess we'll do this. Because we'll have a big field of physical orbs after this turn now. Plus, of course, we do get the support from Bulma. I should have mentioned that on the previous turn, of course. On that previous turn, the physical Goku did have the support from Bulma. So I should really get her floated off. I should have thought. We want to try and get her and Goku together for the big active skill, like orb change turn. Because that will be quite spicy. Because could you imagine, if I do her active skill... Ooh. Actually, yeah, this could be... I really hope they don't kill this turn, right? Because that gives us another turn to help set up. If we use Bulma's active skill, right, on the turn where we have Goku, and then use a Dabura cookie, it's going to change that entire field of STR orbs into physical orbs, and each one of those physical orbs is giving him extra attack. I mean, I kind of want to see what it looks like without the item, because it's a more realistic, like, because even if you're bringing items into the difficult events, you're probably not bringing a nuking item just to have one crazy turn with this Goku. But unfortunately, the AGL boys did way too much damage, so I don't know if we will get to see, because I did not float Bulma off earlier, where it's going to take on the next turn, it's going to take like, what, 4 turns at least for her to be back on this rotation, so probably not going to see that now. Cool. Well, I mean, we can get 80% extra attack and no fear of dying here, which I think is probably what we're going to do. So let's skip the standby animation. So we've got 4 links active. We've got 159k start of turn. I don't think we're going to be able to get any extra orbs at the top here. Right, we'll do this. Do this. Shall I do the big nuke turn now? He has got the extra attack support. That would be kind of funny. Yeah, let's do it. Nice. No orbs changed. Great. I love it when that happens. Wow. So we get 1 extra orb. Gotta love those orb changing items. But we do get the attack up per orb, so... We're at 482k defense. We're getting 80% extra attack because of Vegeta here. Those orb items are so bad. I hate it when they're like... We used the first one and nothing changed, which means that it randomly selected physical orbs to change to physical orbs. Like, it shouldn't be able to work like that. It's so dumb. Oh well. It is what it is. What's Goku going to do here then to Gamma 2? 9.64. I mean, the thing is, that's not that crazy for using a Dabura cookie, but we did get very unlucky with the orb changing, so... And then, yeah, he tanks all the normals for double digits, which is what we would hope for. 11.8 for Vegeta here. Yeah, L orb items. F's in the chat for the Dabura cookies. Very unfortunate, but... Alright, Vegeta, calm down. Alright, he is attacking Gamma 2, so unless he's critting, he's not doing a lot of damage, which is fine. Which, of course, he did. He didn't die! Well, that's not what I expected. Oh, well, you see. Do I just do this? I'm not going to get higher on rotation with the Goku, am I? I don't think so, anyway. Oh, this is such a bad setup. I could use his active skill, but I don't want to do too much damage is the problem. Although taking out Gamma 2 would obviously be beneficial for Gohan not getting himself killed. I don't want Bulma to get a guaranteed additional super. I can't heal this turn either, which is kind of unfortunate. Maybe I just do this and don't get the support. Yeah, I think I do that. All according to Keikaku. I mean, this still could all go horribly wrong, obviously. I mean, Vegito's going to do a lot of damage here, most likely. Will we take out Gamma 2? Probably. I guess it depends on the additionals, right? Because if we take out Gamma 2, we don't have to worry about Gohan not guarding in slot 2. But if we don't, then obviously Gohan could fraud us out with his chance to guard. I mean, he could anyway, right, against Gamma 1, but... Okay, well, that's unfortunate. I mean, we went for low damage, right? If I'd got Bulma's support, obviously I could have used the active skill. If Gohan gets me killed here now, it's going to be yet another revenge of the chance to guard characters, and I'm going to be very disappointed. Get a crit, finish him off. Come on. Come on, Gohan. Well, you could have... okay, well, at least he guarded. How much does he take from this? Oof. Oh, he died anyway. He frauded us out even with guard. Bruh. On a double super turn. Man, Ultimate Gohan. What happened to you? Alright, well, we got to see some interesting numbers out of this Goku. I guess I could try... You know what? Let's cut the video here and we'll go back and get the Bulma rotation. Right, so we managed to get back to this point so I could finally get the Goku with Bulma's active skill. It actually took a couple of attempts because on the way back to this turn 7, we had a couple of runs where STR Ultimate Gohan didn't guard and got annihilated. So basically what we want to do here, I have popped a Whis to make sure we survive the turn. I just want to see the damage that Goku is going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Because these guys should be, I think these guys are fully built up now. So with a Whis active, they have 90% damage reduction. So they won't take any damage here, even though they're not really a slot 1 unit. So we'll go ahead and let me just make sure these are off. Yep. So we'll go ahead and do this. I didn't bring the Dabura cookie. I wanted to make sure we could get to this turn. Plus, this is more realistic. Like I said, you're not going to be bringing the Dabura cookie into actual difficult content, right? But this is a fairly realistic team setup. Now, I deliberately made sure we got to this turn with Bulma and Goku together. So you probably wouldn't want this rotation, right? Because none of the... Well, Bulma can be okay, I guess. But if you put Bulma in slot 1, you can't use her active skill, right? Because you want to pick up the orbs and then... active skill, get the orbs for Goku. So not a great rotation, but the point is just to see Goku's damage, right? So on this turn, he has 163k defense at the start of the turn. He shares 4 links with the GT duo. Pick up 23 orbs with him here. So we get 886k defense. And then can we get the orbs for Bulma? We can. So we don't get to see what it is, but her passive then adds on to his defense as well. So after he supers, he has over 1 million defense on this turn. Now, obviously, this is just, you know, it's the Bulma active skill turn. It's not like a regular performance for this Goku. But this should be pretty good, right? Now, we didn't get the... unfortunately, we didn't drop below the HP for him to get the extra attack per orb. But let's see what we are able to do here. We shouldn't be able to kill Gamma 2. I think he's got most of his health left anyway, right? Yeah. Alright, boys, calm down. Alright, so Goku... only 10 million. It's kind of disappointing for a nuking style unit, right? Like, again, his role, if we were not using him in a showcase, is probably just to be a support unit. So if he did float into slot 3 on the turn where if you were keeping Bulma on main rotation, because then she's giving her 2-turn support to both rotations all the time... this would be a realistic turn that could happen, but you would probably, I guess realistically, you'd probably want to use the orbs for Bulma, right? Although I suppose if you get to turn 7 in a difficult event, you're probably going to be near the end. So I guess you could use the things to make sure that Goku doesn't get you killed, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. We'll use this to finish off Gamma 2, because we'll get the KO screen, which I don't really get to see very often. So yeah, if you're using him in slot 3 as a floating Power of Wishes character, he could be okay. Like, his defense after supering is okay. But if he eats a super in that slot 3, he's just not going to be very good, right? So, I mean, Power of Wishes is a category. I was talking about this when it came out, like in the anniversary and everything. That KO screen's so good. Power of Wishes did need some good support units, and he is, like, runnable, but... to a certain extent, right? So let me know what you guys think down below. Physical base Spirit Bomb Goku, he's okay, but it's kind of it, right? So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.